I'm here tonight with Vicki Lawrence, very well known as the character Thelma Harper from Mama's Family. Thank you very much for joining us tonight.
Thank you, Amanda. Amanda looks like a natural redhead.
I am. Okay, my first question is, you got your big break by sending Carol Burnett a picture of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
What made you do that?
You know, I used to write fan letters to a lot of people that were on television when I was young.
Mm-hmm.
So at the time, it was like one more fan letter, you know. I wrote to everybody that was on television. And mostly did it at my mom's urging, because everybody from the day that I started high school said that I looked like Carol Burnett.
You really do. Really do.
And she said, write her that fan letter. So I did.
And she got in touch with you and said, wow, you really do look like me.
Mm-hmm.
What can we do?
Mm-hmm. Exactly right. Well, it just so happened that she was right at the point where she was putting together the Carol Burnett Show.
Okay.
And she thought it would be a novelty to hire somebody that looked like her, as opposed to an actress. Of course, nowadays, I think probably the suits would all come downstairs and say, get rid of that idiot and hire an actress. You know, I don't think what happened to me would happen now.
Yeah.
Television has changed a lot.
It has changed a lot, and it's different now because...
It's very rude, isn't it? A little cough drop.
That's okay. So, sitcoms today, there's so many of them. Back when you were doing the Carol Burnett Show, there were not two or three, but like very few. How did you handle being a celebrity? Everybody knew you then.
Well, the Carol Burnett Show wasn't a sitcom, Amanda. It was it was a variety show.
A variety show, okay.
So, and I would like to think that we were the last great variety show in the golden age of television. I think I feel lucky enough to have touched the golden age. Mm-hmm. I mean, the people that I got to work with on that show that you maybe don't even remember, like Rita Hayworth and...
My parents do.
Bing Crosby and...
Oh, I know Bing Crosby.
Yeah, and Dinah Shore and Gloria Swanson. Mm-hmm. And I know a lot of you are saying, who is Gloria Swanson? You know what? Screw you. But I mean, it was really a classic television show. I think back in the day, there were only 3 big networks. Now, television has become so fragmented, and there are so many choices that I don't personally feel there's enough talent to go around. I mean, you used to see the best of the best on television because there were only 3 choices, really, basically. Right. Even Mama's Family, when it spun off into a series and went into syndication, we were one of the very first sitcoms to go into first-run syndication, which meant we were on cable. We weren't eligible for Emmys back then, even, because we were not on the big 3 networks. So in a lot of ways, I feel that show didn't maybe get the accolades that it might have, and I think deserved, because I think it's one of the all-time great sitcoms. But it was not. There was only one other show that was doing it at the time, and that was Too Close for Comfort with Ted Knight. Don't even know if you remember him, but yeah, he was my role model because he was the only other sitcom that was in first-run syndication at the time.
Very interesting.
And then Buffy and the Vampire Slayer,
I know that one,
which you do remember, was the one that sort of turned the tide, and the Emmys, the Academy, decided that perhaps cable shows should be eligible as well.
Interesting. So,
yeah. And now, of course, cable shows are, in most cases, doing better than the big 3 networks.
Like HBO.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you were talking about Mama's Family. If you had to choose to work again for either Mama's Family or Carol Burnett Show, and you could only choose one, which one would you choose?
Oh, gosh. Well, when we did our reunions, the Carol Burnett Show reunions, we all looked at each other and said, how the hell did we do this in 1 week? Because it was a lot of work. There was a finely tuned machine and an incredible staff. They put together the best of the best and let them do their job, and it was a very well-oiled machine. A huge undertaking. I was lucky enough to take many of those people with me when I did Mama's Family, and so Mama's Family ran like a little Energizer bunny. I think we could have just kept going and going and going, but unfortunately we only got to do 100 and whatever we did, 130 of them.
But they're still on TV.
Fun. Yeah, they are still on TV, and we by the last year had it down to a 4-day work week, so it was pretty dang fun.
Yeah.
We really got paid for playing dress up.